Hello and welcome to this week's episode of 9 to 5 Nerds with Robert Swathwood, Corey Urkel,
Heyo,
Katrina Swathwood,
hello,
and Anthony Smith.
What's up?
I got some compliments this week on my random noises during the intro, so I did it again.
good for you.
Fuck you. Welcome back, Corey. You missed an episode.
Yeah, I did, huh?
Yeah. Funny enough, a lot of compliments on that episode.
Not surprising.
Yeah. Except we introduced a new segment while you weren't here.
That's the segment name?
Yeah, while you weren't here. That's the segment name. We haven't officially named it yet, but I think it's going to either just be Ask Alan or Astonishing Alan's Amazing Answers. We don't really know yet, but we officially have a Google line that you can call, and we will pool the questions for 1 month, and once a month we will let Alan, any question you want to call and leave on the machine, we will play live. We won't listen to the questions ahead of time, and we will play them, and Alan will answer them. And if you address a question to anybody else, we will answer it as well.
Have you gotten any questions yet?
He just
I
set it
just
up
set
today.
it up.
Oh, just today. Okay.
So the
You
number.
do understand that it's going to basically be him talking for a whole hour by himself, right?
That's fine.
Okay.
It won't be, but that's fine
Okay.
because we'll be talking to him about his answers.
Okay.
But the number is 657-215-5739. And you can call that and you can leave any question you want and we will answer it. So go ahead and do that. I did post online that we were going to start doing this, and somebody said, if it's not Corey, then I'm not interested in the new segment. Yeah.
I doubt that anybody said that.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to Twitter now. Going back. It's like 2 days old, so give me a second. Going back. Almost there. Getting closer. I'm almost there. Where is it? It exists, Corey.
Because it's lies.
No, it's... Is the new segment called Corey's Corner? If it's not, then I'm not sure I'm interested.
Ooh.
I don't want to do that, by the way.
You want to do Corey's Corner?
No, I opt out.
That would be great.
He does the minimal possible in life.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Corey's going to have a 15-minute segment to himself where nobody else talks from now on. And it'll be...
It's hard to be genuine. I can't do that.
What do you usually?
I don't know. I
Disingenuous?
I just chime in whenever you say something and be snarky. That's what I'm good at.
So you're a good side character.
Yeah.
You're not the main thing like yours truly over here.
Well, I mean, you know.
Hey, every Batman needs a Robin.
Nobody likes Robin.
You're my Robin. I like Robin on Teen Titans Go.
He is awful.
I like him. That's
I
part
hate
of his
Robin.
charm.
That is not charm.
I didn't buy it, and I guess they've already discontinued it and stuff. But you see the stuff about Batman's dick this week? Like they actually showed it in a comic book.
Yes. I saw it.
You saw it?
Yeah.
I didn't look at it. But I guess they've already like cut it out, basically.
Why?
I don't know.
That's supposed to be... So somebody at work prepared me that there was a dark line of DC comics coming out, and they're all R-rated, and they're going to be whatever they want to put in it. What are they called? DCX?
I don't know what they're... I mean, they've had offshoots before.
So this is the first one of this Batman series, and it shows his dong in the shadows, like you'd expect. Batman's dong.
It should have a smiling Adam West face on the tip of it.
It's hard. It was hard to see. At first, I saw the pages and like, I don't see anything. It looks like they just basically shadowed it out and like, oh no, there it is.
And they could turn sideways in like Bruno and it would have Adam West's voice.
Oh, R.I.P.
Yeah.
I didn't see the Batman dick thing, but I did hear about the Trump dick thing.
Oh, Toad?
Yeah.
You heard about this, right, Corey?
Yeah, we talked about it.
It's disappointing to me because Toad's always been my character
It
in
ruined Mario Kart.
No
Mario
longer.
Kart. And I saw pictures of Trump standing there and like Toad peeking out of his pants, and I'm like,
Gross.
This hurts.
Make Toad great again. Oh.
Toad's always been great. You take that shit back.
Yeah.
Storm. What's her name?
Stormy Daniels.
I have no idea.
Oh, shut the fuck up! It's not like it's because I've never watched a porn with her in it. It's just her name.
I didn't even say it that way. Jesus Christ!
Her name's been in the news for like 6 months.
I think
And
it's
as much
actually-
as you watch the news,
It's Hurricane Sanders.
Hurricane Sanders,
Yeah.
What?
What name did you say?
Stormy Daniel,
It's not real.
Hurricane Sanders. That needs to be somebody's porno name now.
Tornado Julie.
Tornado. I don't like
Yeah.
that one as much. Hurricane Sanders.
Yeah.
I like it. No, so new segment. Yeah, it's gonna be good.
With Alan?
Yeah, with
If he's
Alan.
down, if he has
Yeah,
time.
it's already been finalized. It's here. It's ready.
It's established.
It's established.
That's cool. I already want to ask him something.
You got to call the line.
I'm going to call the
You
line.
got to call the line. I called it just to make sure. I did a.
You did it correctly?
Yeah,
What does it say when you call it? I mean, I guess I'll have to find out.
yeah. You have to find out.
Does it ask you a question when you call it?
It's me eating ribs. just smacking and eating.
Eating ribs, got it. Or you're just blowing Alan or something like that. It's the same sound.
It's all the same. No,
Nice.
I left.
That's cut.
I left a little message. It's just
It's a voicemail.
yeah, it's a voicemail. So I mean, what was weird is when I signed up for the Google Voice account, there was like there was nothing in the San Diego area code available. I had to go Huntington Beach, which is strange.
Really?
Yeah, it's weird.
It's probably from all those bots taking real phone numbers and calling people. Has anybody else been getting like random phone calls?
Everybody gets those phone
lately?
calls.
So,
I had a guy actually call my house line and leave me a voicemail asking me to call him back because he wanted to know why I was calling him. And I'm like, sir, this is a business line. I am not calling you for anything.
I get one from Campo a lot.
Yesterday morning, I got a call starting at 5:30 in the morning and then about every half hour until like 1:30. And by probably like 8 or 9 in the morning, I was like screaming every time I answered the phone. Because
Why
Couldn't you
would
just
you
turn your
answer
phone
it?
off?
But then I'm not going to wake up. I'm just going to sleep all day. I don't want to sleep all day.
You can have an alarm clock.
Not if my phone's off.
Do you have a computer?
Yeah,
Could you have set an alarm on there?
probably.
Can you?
I'm sure you
I
can.
imagine you can.
There's clocks
There's
on
alarm
there.
clocks on
Yeah. Never set an alarm on my computer.
Or you could go back 30 years and buy an alarm clock.
Who does that?
We have an alarm clock.
It projects the time on the wall.
It
It's really
projects
cool.
the time on the wall
It projects
big.
the time on the wall.
So when you're blind, you can see what time it is if you wake up.
At night.
That actually
Not
might be
only
beneficial.
that, it has a backup battery, so if the power goes out, you'll still wake up with your alarm.
and if you throw your shoe at the wall, it doesn't do anything.
It's a good alarm clock.
It's a good shoe.
What?
Maybe I just rely on
Just
my
don't
phone too
listen to
much.
him.
Everybody in this world relies on their phone too much at this point.
Everybody?
I'd say the majority of the developed world
Yeah.
relies on their phone too much. We're not talking about that tribe that they just found in wherever.
Yeah.
They found that with the drone, didn't they? We already
Yep.
talked about it. So it's been a couple weeks since Corey's been on, which is strange. When we were recording, Brian and Alan were on, which was weird because I never thought of it before. But other than the charity episode, none of our guests have ever been on an episode with each other.
Not necessarily true, but for them, yeah. But you've had Anthony with a couple people. We've had more than 4 at one
We've
point.
had me and Brian. Or
Oh, I guess when
think-
we had the old mic.
Yeah.
Since we've got these, we haven't had a large group of people. But Brian was like mesmerized by Alan. He's like, I could just listen to you talk.
Yeah,
well-
I bet he could.
Alan, I mean, all of us know that Alan's a pretty you know what? Fuck you, Alan.
He is pretty.
I'm just gonna say that before your head gets too big. You son of a bitch. He listens every week.
Good guy.
Yeah.
Him and Brian. So whatever you say. This is
I
directly-
guess Brian does now. He didn't for a long time.
Hmm.
Yeah. No, but I wanted to talk about a few things. On the last one, if you listen, we said, oh, hey, a Captain Marvel trailer is going to drop next week. And by the time the episode dropped, the trailer already came out.
Nice.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can't really... I mean, usually they, like, announce the day before, oh, trailer's coming tomorrow. And but I wanted to touch base on a handful of things. We get away from the nerdy talk here, and we talk a little strangely sometimes. But Mary Poppins trailer.
Yay! So good.
Captain Marvel trailer.
Wreck-It Ralph trailer.
I didn't watch the Wreck-It Ralph trailer.
Aw.
It's gonna be so good.
It is going to be really good, but at this point, I'm like,
You get to see Buzz Lightyear for a second.
do you? That's
Like,
It
kinda
gives you
cool.
context why they go to the internet.
I don't, but
A little bit more, yeah. But same thing. Yeah.
once you see one trailer, I mean,
You watched the new Harry Potter trailer, didn't you?
Of
Yeah.
course.
Oh, it looks so good.
What's
does.
the difference?
but I mean, this is a 5-story. I mean, we already have one of the movies, so we know where the story's going. We know what's involved.
I think this newest Harry Potter trailer has got me more interested than the other two, by far. I don't.
Yeah, it
we
looks
were probably
pretty good.
sold anyway.
Yeah.
Not that I was not going to see it, but the third trailer, I'm like, okay, this movie's going to be legit.
And then I want to talk about Joaquin Phoenix. So,
Harry Potter.
you guys also, you want to do Harry Potter first?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
You watched it? The Crimes of Grindelwald?
Yes. Before we break down all this stuff, I want to say something that I don't want to talk about. And it's just, I don't really feel like going into it. But there is a small movement out there that is talking. The big reveal in the trailer was Nagini, correct?
Yeah, and I was going to ask you about it because I don't understand what I saw.
Katrina?
You want me to explain?
Yes.
So there is a blood disease in women that's passed from mother to daughter, and they're not animaguses. I forget what it's called. It starts with an M, but this disease makes these women turn into animals, and it's not necessarily a snake. It could be any kind of animal, and eventually the disease takes over, and they are permanently that animal.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
Because basically, in the trailer, you watched the trailer?
Yeah, and where the girl like
Yeah, there's
turns
a
into a
lady in
snake.
like a UFC fighter, like in a cage,
Yeah.
and somebody says Nagini, and she turns into a
It almost
Snake.
looked like it could be a circus.
yeah. Oh, I guess it could be that. And I was thinking, timeline wise, that's an old ass fucking snake. I mean,
Snakes live for a while, don't they?
I don't know, but this is supposed to be 1930, blah, blah, 1920, blah blah blah.
So is that supposed to be the same snake as in the Harry
Yes.
Potter movies?
Yes.
Okay, see, I didn't.
So
I
Yes.
know.
70 years prior.
Well, I want to talk about the trailer, but what I don't really want to get into is there's a movement that are calling J.K. Rowling racist because the woman playing Nagini is Asian,
She's Korean.
Korean. She's Korean, and she becomes the pet of a madman. So,
Which I would argue,
cares?
but we're not going to talk about it.
yeah, I don't really want to get into it. We get into enough politics on here lately.
There's enough
I want to
arguments about
steer away from it.
Asians not getting roles in movies.
This is what I don't want to get into.
We're not going to get into it.
And just why is there the opposite? Like, what is it? matter?
This
People are
is the
stupid.
problem. You can't keep everybody happy, and someo's going to
Yeah.
find something to be upset about.
Whatever.
So
I didn't even hear about
let's
that.
move on.
So.
Yeah, and okay, yeah. So let's move
I was
on.
gonna say, there are people mad the person playing the snake isn't actually a snake because snake roles should go to snake people. Just so you know, all fairness.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
So the trailer. What do you guys think?
I already told you.
Definitely got me hyped up for it.
And
That's
it
for
comes
sure.
out in like what, a month and a half, 2 months. Comes out in November.
November.
Is it the other one?
You see more of
Yeah,
Newt's
man.
brother?
Yeah, you see more. You see.
Does he not like his brother?
No.
I don't think they
No,
get along.
Is his brother somewhat of a bad guy? I never read
no,
any of that
he's
stuff.
like a golden child.
This is all new.
Oh, okay.
Well,
He
not
was, his brother was
100%.
in the war.
All this is none of this is out anywhere.
Him and his
unless
brother
it's
were
in
not
Pottermore.
in his book.
The Fantastic Beast book is only about beasts,
So
Okay,
this is like
so
the
it's not
extended
his
universe.
Adventures with the Beast.
Yes.
It's actually
No.
just him cataloging them.
Yeah.
but
Yes,
she's
it's-
genuinely writing these.
That's cool.
All 5 of them.
Yeah, he's probably like the golden child who.
Well, they said he was in the war in the first one, and he's like very well
Thought of.
So Newt's been living in his brother's shadow, I'm assuming.
And when what's her name subdues him, I don't know if it's a cut for the trailer or in the movie. This is the greatest day of my life.
Yeah.
Like this brother got
Well, it's
taken
like
down.
somebody standing up for you when you've probably been getting pushed down by your brother forever.
Who did Dumbledore see in the mirror of Erised?
In
Young
this newest
Grindelwald.
Was it a young Grindelwald, huh?
Yeah, it's the same kid who flew out the window,
Nice.
isn't it?
I don't know.
I thought it was the exact same guy.
It looks like it, but that's just my memory. So that's what you desire most.
Right.
Now, is that a reference to Dumbledore being in love with Grindelwald, or is that just because he wants to capture him? Are we left open to
I think it's
speculation?
open to interpretation.
Yeah. But I thought that was interesting.
Well, we'll have to see what happens, what the context is.
But to solve Corey's biggest issue with the first Fantastic Beast, that looks like there's a lot more wand stuff.
Yeah.
A lot
Looks like
more.
Some action set pieces like the flying stagecoach.
Yeah.
Looks like it could be like a battle on it, or like it fills full of water and there's flinging and all this sort of stuff.
I'm probably right just as much as I am wrong since we started this podcast about, guessing what's going to happen and this and that and blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
But I had said with the first Fantastic Beast, it really felt like a set piece, like it was laying a foundation. I enjoyed the movie. It wasn't amazing. I enjoyed it a lot. I probably gave it a B. But
As you give all things.
as I give all
Suicide
things.
Squad got a B+.
Did you go back and listen?
No.
Is Alan?
Yeah. We'll
See,
take his word for it.
Yeah.
He knows what we said better than we do.
Fuck, man, you guys missed out on that escape room. That thing was so intense.
It was intense.
It was intense.
Wow, I thought they were doing indoors.
If you listen to this, and you're in San Diego or in the greater San Diego area, Unlockables off of Claremont Mesa Boulevard and House of Hints also off of Claremont Mesa Boulevard, both excellent places to do an escape room. House of Hints will be a little less theatrical and straight to the point, whereas Unlockables gets very theatrical.
Extremely.
And really builds a story, and fucking that was weird. But sorry, back to Fantastic Beasts. Looks like a lot more cool new beasts too.
Yep.
And you still get the Botrickle, which is cool.
Right.
I can't remember its name. Pickett?
Yeah.
Haha.
I've seen the movie once. I gotta rewatch.
Yeah. Are you gonna have BB watch it?
Yeah, well,
She doesn't have to watch Harry Potter.
yeah. Does it hurt not having seen Harry Potter?
No, because these
No.
are prequels.
Is there anything that goes without like saying because you've seen Harry Potter? Like,
Nagini.
yeah, that
Yeah.
will. Is it-
A Lestrange, isn't there a Lestrange?
Yep. There's a Lestrange.
one thing, like just casting spells, they're explained a little bit in Harry Potter. Like,
Is that Zoe Kravitz?
It is.
Okay.
and I don't know. I guess it won't be too much.
I think it'll be fine if she watches it.
Yeah, until the new one goes back to Hogwarts, and she's like, "Where the hell is this place?"
She's really never seen any Harry Potter.
If she has, it's in passing.
Oh wow.
She couldn't tell me anything about him.
Mhm.
Same thing with Star Wars.
She doesn't listen to this, right?
No.
Anytime I ask her a question about something she likes, she's meh.
Yeah, she gets that. I don't know.
It's very.
I don't know about it. I don't.
Does she get excited with you about things?
Sometimes. Yeah.
So when you guys are having sex, it's like, meh.
No, I don't know.
I don't know. That's not a good thing.
You're done.
Are you done? I was just about to say I imagine it. Wait, what was that from? It's like ew. I'm imagining you two having sex. It's from a movie. Stop it. No, it'll come to me. No, but in Forgetting Sarah Marshall, when he's having sex after he breaks up with Sarah Marshall, and the
just
girl's like,
not into
ooh, I just came.
Haven't seen that in a while.
No, it was I Love You Man, and she's talking about Jon Favreau and his wife,
God.
and she's like, I'm picturing you two having sex. Actually, she's there trying to have a baby. See, I knew it would come to me. I'm looking up the Fantastic Beasts cast. What? I'm excited about it. I think it looks excellent. So you're more excited about that than, it's a very smooth transition because he's in both of these movies. You're more excited about that than Captain Marvel?
Who's in Captain Marvel?
Jude Law.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll show for a second.
I'm more excited about that than Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel looks really good.
It does.
But definitely more excited about Fantastic
Is it because
Beasts.
Brie Larson didn't smile enough for you?
Are you mad because Brie Larson didn't smile?
She didn't smile.
What? No.
What's wrong with you?
I don't-
Anthony?
Were you aware of that?
No, but she's a beautiful woman, so I don't care if she smiles or not.
So if she was an ugly woman, you'd have a different opinion?
Of course he would.
Maybe, yeah.
All men do.
No, there was a big thing about people telling her she should smile. So it went through they posted all the Marvel men and
Heroes.
they photoshopped smiles onto them and they look just so fucking terrible.
That's dumb. People will find any little thing to get upset about.
And they think that she cuts the trailers.
Yeah,
I'm sure
right.
she smiles in the movie a bunch of times. And if she doesn't, there's going to be a boycott. I guarantee it.
It's just a rollback onto what we're told a lot.
I was at work today, and somebody told one of my coworkers that he should smile.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was at work the other day, and someone told my friend Roger that he should have a more Americanized name because his name is Rogelio, but his name is Roger. Like, that's what everybody calls him. Yeah. It was ridiculous.
We get into this topic more often than not now, so I'm trying to not. Okay, the thing that's got me the most excited about Captain Marvel is obviously it introduces the Skrulls. Thank you.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's not Nick Fury's 2 eyes. Come
No,
on.
And not Nick Fury having more hair.
and it's not Coulson.
He's supposed to
And
be
Coulson.
younger.
Yeah,
Anybody see Coulson?
I did.
Yeah.
Was he in there?
Yes.
Yeah, for a split second, you might have blinked and you missed it.
Yeah, probably.
Your nose got
I
in
didn't
the
see
way.
anything about Ronan, but he's
I didn't
for
see
sure
him.
coming back, right?
Yes. My thing is rewind this a couple years back.
Blockbuster.
No, yeah. Us talking, saying there's no way they'll do the Civil War storyline, and they did the Civil War
We always
storyline.
wanted to.
Are they going to do a secret invasion? Who else is a Skrull? They're not going to introduce the Skrulls for no reason.
Someone
Somebody
on the team
is a fucking
Skrull.
Skrull. Because that's going to be the next phase after Thanos is gone. It's going to be them finding out. Watch. Whoa. I'm getting excited. Let's
Calm
stop for a
yourself,
second.
man.
Let's stop for a second. Okay.
Damn it, man.
We're all under the belief that most of the people that died in Avengers or Infinity War aren't dead.
Yeah.
Minus a Loki. I don't buy into that whole fucking bullshit that Loki is the Hulk. That's a garbage theory.
What?
There's a
What?
theory out there that Loki is not actually dead, that he's actually
Acting as Bruce
acting
Banner.
as Bruce Banner. Like he shapeshifted like he does so many other things.
Because Bruce Banner acted like a wussy?
Well, you saw the Hulk say no, he wasn't going to come out. I
Yeah.
mean, why would they even have... Anyways, so let's say everybody comes back except for Loki, Heimdall, and
Oh, Heimdall.
if you're really surprised, Gamora, but you know she's probably coming back too.
So basically, everybody who died in the snap would come back. So those people died before pre-snap.
Although Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is on hold now, they could be like, you know what?
Fucking kill
Let's
him.
kill somebody off.
Yeah, it would be Drax because he don't want to come back.
Yeah, we were watching Parks and Rec, and it was the season like you go away for a minute and come back, and Chris Pratt's lost like 50 pounds, and you can see the cutout of his sideburns, like the pointed little sideburns that.
And his hair's still
that
all
he has.
done.
Yeah, his hair's like lighter than it usually is. But no, let's say those people come back, and let's say before we saw Infinity Wars, we were assuming either Tony Stark or Cap were going to die.
Yeah.
More leaning towards Cap, because it seems to me they really are kind of grooming Bucky for that Winter Soldier or taking over for
the new Captain
Yeah,
You
America.
don't think
Captain
that just
America.
off both of them?
No, I don't, because I feel like they've been going towards that route. But okay, let's say in the next Avengers movie that somebody does die that's a main character, like Spider-Woman did,
Yeah.
and she's revealed to be a Skrull,
And you're like, what the
and that
fuck?
launches into Secret Invasion, which would be the next big 10-year phase that they have about who's real, who's not. And
You think that'll translate into movies as well?
yeah. I think after 10 years, if you found out that one of these fuckers was a Skrull, it's going to have such a big
Impact.
that people are going to be like, what?
If they ever do set up for that.
It looks
Ooh.
like they are.
Well, I mean, you never know. Skrulls could be a one-off villain.
It's not going to, for me, it wouldn't be, it's too big of a thing to just let go.
Maybe. Per chance.
And that was a really
But-
good storyline.
If they did set up for that, which character do you think has a plausible section or like timeline where they could have been switched out with
Well,
a
it could have been
doppelganger?
at any time.
Well, let's just say like Hawkeye's been gone for
There you
one
go.
whole movie.
To me, it would have to be somebody like Hawkeye's an excellent choice. War Machine, excellent choice, because they are a person that everybody knows, but not a main character to where they would be, people would be like, oh, bullshit.
It would be nice if a main character actually turned. And
Yes, it would. But you also have to plant enough of that in this Captain Marvel movie for the casual moviegoer to understand. Like, we read Secret Invasion. Did you read Secret Invasion?
Yeah.
So did I. So you kind of have that in your, in
a
your
lot of
mind.
those Secret Invasion, though, they went back like years, and they said, "Oh, this person got swapped out." Like, I think it was Spider-Woman got duped out before
Maybe
she
that-
even joined the New Avengers or something like that. It's like, oh, well, so everything I've seen is a scroll. So okay, I didn't.
Tony
follow-
Stark, he doesn't have a thing in his chest anymore, but he's still Iron Man.
That's interesting. That'd be weird because then you have to explain. The scroll perfectly imitated Tony Stark. He's genius. Figured out. I don't know. It would be an interesting thing if it culminated. That was the next big Avengers after 4.
They could definitely use it to spark the next phase and lead to a long term, because they've been going towards Thanos for 10 years.
Yeah.
They're going to have that next thing. It probably won't be 10 years, but they're going to have something to work towards.
For sure. But now, are they going to do X-Men into the timeline pretty soon?
Yes.
And Fantastic Four?
That's not known yet, but I know they said Kevin Feige or Feige or whatever you want to say his name is taking over X-Men.
If one of those things is like House of M,
Cyclops is a scroll.
maybe that. But if that doesn't go, or a Galactus big baddie,
Yeah.
I don't know what would be, if not Skrulls, the next big bad.
So I mean, they didn't show the scrolls shape-shifting at all in the trailer, but we're assuming when Captain Marvel punches an old woman,
It's a scroll.
it's a
Yeah.
scroll.
And it's trailer one. I'm sure it's
Well, that comes out in what? It's
March?
almost the end. So October, November, December, January, February. 5 months.
I watched the trailer like a week or so ago now.
I just watched it before we started again.
Did they do the age youthening effect on Samuel L. Jackson?
Yes.
You think was it the whole like?
It looks like it's going to be the whole movie.
So the first scene I saw him, I was like, oh, I think they did it. But then they show him talking to what's her name is Captain Marvel, and
he
I
has
was like,
both eyes in the whole point that I
Did he?
saw.
I was like, I can't tell if he's just that's how he really is, or if he's youngified.
No, it looked pretty good.
Yeah.
I think it looked pretty
Marvel has set the standard on that with Robert Downey Jr. and
Michael
Yeah.
Michael
Douglas.
Douglas and
But they've always done it
Kurt Russell.
in sorts of bits and pieces. So if
You, Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah.
true, but if they do it for an elongated period of time,
It's just a
it'd be
deep fake.
basically.
Because their bone structure is the same.
Maybe you see a lot of back shots of him where they're shooting his back, so they didn't have to do his face.
Hopefully not, but
Uh,
possibly.
But this had a little bit. Did you see the thing that showed that? What was it? Since Comic-Con, the Shazam trailer's been seen 20 million times, and
It's a good
Captain
trailer.
Marvel got seen 21 million times in one day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, or maybe it was 48 hours.
I thought it was going to be the opposite way.
No, which is funny because I thought the Shazam trailer looked really good.
I really liked it.
Yeah. I guess Marvel just is Marvel, dude.
Yeah, it's true.
It's freaking.
Because this didn't have any like snarkiness or any comedy to it at all.
It wasn't the best trailer I've ever seen for any Marvel movie. Other ones have got me more excited. All the Guardian stuff, but
It's a different kind of movie.
no, I'm just saying it's. So if just the name alone, just because people coming off of Avengers,
My dog's dragging her ass against the ground.
Go to bed, Bryn.
She's like, I just woke up.
She probably did.
She wakes up at like 4:45 to 5:15 every morning now.
Really?
Yeah,
It sucks.
it does.
sounds like me.
Yeah. Is that when you get up?
Yeah.
4:45?
I set my alarm. I do it threefold, so I can hit snooze, and then fuck, I gotta wake up now.
Yeah, I do the same thing, but I don't have to wake up not nearly as early as you. I couldn't do it.
I don't touch BB. She wakes up at 3 something. Fuck that. Shit.
Oof.
I get
Jeez.
up at 5:45. I am out the door by 6:25.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Back to the thing. I think that this one was hey, this is Captain Marvel. Check it out. This is what she's about. And the next one, I bet you will have some jokes in it because it is Marvel. I mean, the crashing into a blockbuster to date it,
Yeah.
that's
That's
kind of
good.
a joke.
Yeah.
But as far as like any one-liners or,
Ha-ha funny.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think that'll be the next trailer.
I can see that.
See the Venom trailer?
The newest one? No, I haven't.
Yeah.
I saw a little thing where he was taking on a SWAT team.
Yeah. Basically, It was like a sneak peek. It was like 45 seconds long. Basically, it was that.
Yeah.
Interesting. Cool.
I think that might end up surprising some people and being better than expected because I don't think people are expecting much out of it.
I think people are just going to pick it apart, to be honest. I'm going to go in.
They don't want to like it, so they're going to hate it anyways.
Yeah,
It's
I think
not
that's
rated.
what's gonna
It's not rated R, so I'm not going to like it. And it's like, fuck you, man.
It's still going to be awesome.
It's
I
not
think.
like the comics rated R. There's a comic code that most of that followed when it was out in the 80s and 90s. So it's not like it's like, oh, this is gonna be some crazy like. I don't know.
I'm going to go into it just thinking, hey, this is probably going to be a pretty cool movie. Like,
I'll
some
tell you-
badass shit about to happen.
I'll tell you my level of expectation. If it's better than Venom and Spider-Man 3, then bring it on.
Yeah, seriously.
Fuck that.
Poor Topher.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not his fault.
That was a poor casting choice. And then poor
Writing?
Sam Raimi, he didn't want to. You always get that where the director feels bullied into making a movie that they don't want to make. He's apologized for it multiple times.
If Venom would have been way more like beefy and just huge, I think it would have been better.
Yeah.
I didn't
He's gonna
like
be
that.
huge in this
He
for
just wanted
sure.
to make a Sandman movie. Sam Raimi, and then they, no, you didn't include Venom. You can do it.
Thomas Hayden Church as Sandman was actually.
great.
I mean,
Probably the best part of that movie, like the whole
he looked the part.
him turning into the Sandman or him trying to form his body again.
Yeah,
Like, that's actually awesome. Those are cool
Yeah.
scenes.
there were some sad parts in there with his, trying to find for his. Oh my God! Speaking of sad, have you been watching Inkmaster?
No, I don't have cable.
No.
I want to.
I've been watching it since my tattoo artist is on there. I wonder if we could get him on here. That'd be kind of fun. No?
I think you could. I think it'd be.
Well, he's on Inkmaster this season, and he's been slowly getting more airtime. But since he's not like a dramatic person, and I feel like he's easily the oldest person there,
Yeah.
and he owns his own shop, and stuff like that, and he's been around for 25 years. So it's like,
So he doesn't cause trouble in the episode. So
no, he never causes trouble. But they've been going after him in these last couple episodes, like
Like
trying to get him
hard.
knocked off, like giving him really tough tattoos. Because I don't watch all the drama in it. I just watch the competition and the tattoos and stuff. And
So he makes them draw certain tattoos.
well, here's what it is.
They're
It's-
given a canvas and they're
Yeah, they're-
told what they need to do.
Okay, here's what happens is there's a challenge at the beginning of in the first half of the show.
Uh-huh.
And it's split into two teams. Whatever team wins can assign the canvas to everybody. So like this last week was it was you could tattoo anything the person wanted, but it was difficult spots: ribs, neck,
But
butt, ankles,
Knee.
like armpit, elbow, like hard spots. And the team that won got to distribute so they could take the easier ones. The week before was each one's a different theme, and it's not always body part. One could be one was you had to make something, whatever the person wanted, out of whatever they wanted. And one person wanted a lion made out of musical notes. And it couldn't be made out of what it was actually made out of. Yeah.
Okay.
Turk had to do a realistic looking tiger or some kind of cat out of gemstones. And
That's tough.
it turned out really well, but Turk's been in the bottom 3 the last 2 weeks because they've been fucking gunning for him. This week he had to do a hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil on a guy's throat. And it was a whole throat tattoo. And
in monster faces.
yeah. Because they said a couple episodes ago that he's the backbone of the entire team because he's an older guy.
He's been around.
He's been around, but this week they cut away and they'll talk to the people and they'll do little things. And he said that he wants to win. Or no, the guy whose 30 was tattooing was saying, "Oh, my kids are gonna go after this." And he's like, "Yeah, man, kids go right after new tattoos and stuff." And he was like, "I've been in a lot of competitions and stuff, but I've never been away from home this long." He has 2 boys, and he's like, and it goes into him talking about his oldest son having autism, and he's trying to win this so he can put his son in a specialty school so it can help him the best he can. And he starts crying on the show, and I'm like, ugh, as a dad, my kids don't have anything like that, but as a dad being away from home
So the show
for
got
that
you.
long, yeah, and I know the guy. It's like, ugh, it was just sad.
So when somebody walks down, you crying and watching it.
Inkmasters? Yeah.
Yeah. Freaking reality show.
There's context.
Really good episode.
It's not like well, you've got fucking Soulless over here. When was the last time you cried?
Me?
Yeah.
Talking about Anthony.
No.
Yeah, right, dude.
Anthony was here sitting crying at Coco. I saw him cry. Did you cry at Coco?
It was welling. But
Okay,
nothing
you
came
could
out.
have let yourself cry, but you held it in.
It was almost there.
Okay, so you're almost a monster.
Yeah.
You're right there.
Fucking
I
Dexter
can't
over
remember
here.
the last movie that made me cry.
I cried in A Green Mile.
I feel like that made me really fucking sad.
I cried on Meet the Robinsons when he gets adopted.
It's like heartwarming almost. That's a good cry.
I could easily cry at a lot of movies, but like a lot of times I'll just well up. Katrina cried when the Snape stuff
That is really fucking sad.
in the last Harry Potter.
It is
the,
so
like
awful.
the flashbacks.
The
stuff?
tears,
Yeah.
yeah. That's pretty good. Corey's a monster.
I don't think that was the saddest part in Harry Potter for me, but I can't think. I remember it was sad when Lupin died.
And him and Tonks are right next to each other.
Yeah,
What about when George? It was
George,
George.
ditto.
That makes me cry. For some reason, when Cedric dies, it makes me cry because his dad comes in and he's
That's
like,
my
boy."
that's my boy. Yeah.
that every dude just tears.
Oh, that reminds me,
every time.
we gotta watch Half Blood Prince this weekend.
Oh, we have to finish it?
Oh yeah, we have to finish it. Did we watch? No, we didn't finish it.
Started it.
Yeah.
When Katie Bell recognized him in the hall.
Yeah, we're trying to watch all the Harry Potters before we go to Florida.
You need to read The Cursed Child.
Before we go to Florida. Mm-hmm. Can I read it on the plane?
You can. It's a
Okay.
really short read.
All right, then I'll read it on the plane.
Would you read it in a box?
Would you read it with a fox? I would not.
On
Could
a
not.
train.
Yeah. So Inkmasters, Captain Marvel. Are you more excited about this after the first trailer than you were Black Panther? I'm just trying to
He
find
wasn't
out if
excited about Black Panther.
I know. I'm just trying to find out if he hates black people or women more.
No, I would say it's
I think it's both.
about the same. Yeah, I don't think either.
He
of
hates them both.
I don't think either of them smiled.
No,
So every Marvel movie that had a white male as the main character, you were okay
He's
with?
great.
I'm in.
Yes.
Okay.
You sold me out white.
So is the trailer teasers going to be her showing up at Earth after everything's happened
What do you mean?
For
at the end of
next-
Captain Marvel?
Oh, you mean like in the credits?
Or watch half.
Well, she's going to be on Earth.
No, I know, but after
Oh, you mean
like
like
her showing up after the snap.
she like lands right next to where
Yeah.
Fury just disappeared or something?
Or half her team gets snapped away. There goes Jude Law.
Well, was it half the universe? It was half the universe, huh?
Right.
Not just.
I remember I saw something like how long that would buy universe. So like in terms of like the world, I think the population's doubled in the last. I don't know. It's some not very big numbers, like 100 years. Even though humans have been on the planet for
we're at like 8 billion right now.
yeah. So even though humans have been around for however long, so in Thanos' world it would take about 100 years or so, and we're back to the same place.
Yeah,
It's interesting.
because we're technologically advanced enough to.
The
Yeah.
Earth would die first.
I mean, I wouldn't have to worry about anything anymore.
It would be weird. When the article, it was like a cracked article. It went to depth. Like, if you lost half your doctors and half your farmers and all that, there would just be a panic of people who don't have the know-how
Yeah.
to fill positions.
Oh, there'd be a death fallout
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah. So it might be like,
Well,
you
it's
might
like
be fucked because we have mass famines and
well, not only that, like okay, half the people disappear. When 2 pilots disappear, I mean everybody on that plane's gonna die.
yeah.
So you got to figure out stuff like
it's more
that
than
too.
just half. Are
The
gone.
first time you kicked the table, it didn't do anything, and then you hit the book and it popped.
yeah.
Yeah, so there's that.
That's the very least of it. And then you
But
get
they
into-
you should be able to like. He should have took volunteers first because I'm sure a lot of people are like,
Tribute?
yeah, I don't want to be around.
in the universe.
Yeah.
Okay, form a line.
Yes.
You next.
No, that's when all the rich people start saying, kill the poor people.
Yeah,
Right.
turn to
That's
the
what they're
purge.
doing now.
Yeah, I'm just saying. You don't take
purge.
volunteers. People will be volunteering to other people.
Yeah, I opt out. Can I buy myself out?
Yeah, they would.
I'd rather have a random chance and be told, hey, go die.
I did the Thanos random thing and I didn't get selected.
There's
You
the
get to
thing.
live.
Congratulations.
It's gonna be like the end of the Mist, Robert.
No,
Everybody's saved.
that's rough. So last trailer, and then we'll talk about Joaquin Phoenix. Mary Poppins.
Yay.
It was popping, dude.
How do you feel about Emily Blunt playing Mary Poppins?
I like her.
She looks like she's going to do the part justice.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I know
There's no Yondu.
Katrina's gonna hate me for saying this. I don't give two shits about Mary Poppins.
Why
Even-
not?
even
I never liked Mary Poppins as a kid.
Even when
That's- I
Yondu was
don't-
Mary Poppins,
Have you ever
never liked
have
it.
you watched it in the last 10 years and as an adult?
No, I can't say I have.
I didn't
watched
care
it
about
as a child.
I didn't
and-
care about it at all as a kid. But I also didn't like Sleeping Beauty or Snow White or any of those older things. I like Bedknobs and
I was
Broomstick.
going to say, you have to compare like live action, so Bedknobs is probably the
But
closest.
I watched Mary Poppins again as an adult, and I enjoyed it much more as an adult than I did as a kid.
Julie Andrews is awesome.
Yeah, the songs are great. It's just, I don't know. As an adult, I found it much more fun.
Bert.
I watched it all the time as a kid.
Did you cry?
During the movie or the trailer?
The movie.
No, it wasn't that kind of movie. There was no, like, I don't know what the saddest part was, but it was not crying.
I was just curious.
No.
The chimney sweep didn't make you cry?
No, Let's Go Fly a Kite was maybe the saddest
The
part.
pigeon lady?
The pigeon lady. I didn't like the pigeon lady in Home Alone 2. I didn't like her in this movie.
I saw a guy in the street today with like
Like in the
it,
street?
no, he was like right off on the side of the street, and he had like a reel for a fishing pole,
Okay.
but nothing attached to it. But you could see the fishing line going somewhere, like he was flying a kite from it. But I couldn't see a kite. But you could see
It's
the line.
the reel.
Yeah, I'm like, is he catching a space fish? Where the fuck is this line going? And I'm like, I'm looking out my window, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
That's what you're
maybe
doing when you should be driving?
Trippy.
No, I was parked at a light.
Okay.
maybe he caught like a June bug or something. And it was just going
It's a pet.
something
That could
small
be.
that you couldn't see, or a bird.
I like
Dinner.
Yeah,
the trailer because it looks like, even though it probably is computer animated, I like the fact that
They're
it has
using
that.
Technicolor.
Are they?
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's cool.
I thought that looked pretty interesting from a cinematic standpoint.
And I like the fact that Lin-Manuel Miranda is writing the score.
Yeah, I was just say that alone I thought would get you all
Yeah.
goose pimply.
Well, I really like the Moana soundtrack a lot.
Is he playing
Bert.
basically Bert?
I mean, he's not playing Bert because...
Bert
Yeah.
probably is. Well,
Well, obviously M. That's who he is, right? M? From James Bond.
Who? Oh,
The
yeah.
Banks kid.
Yeah.
oh, is that? That's
Yeah.
funny. I didn't think about
He's
that.
obviously, those are his kids and they're Banks' kids.
Right.
And he was the kid from the original, basically. Now he's an adult and his wife has died
Right.
because it's a Disney
Right.
movie.
And him and his sister
him
are
and his
there.
sister
Or
there.
shacking up.
And you saw that
Bumping
they
uglies.
remade that village or that little courtyard.
Did they?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's the same house.
it's the same house.
That's sick. It's like they explain the parents.
What?
Go ahead.
The parents are long dead. Oh.
Well, she's back there to take care of the Banks kids, not his children with his dead wife.
Yeah. Oh, you.
So
Yeah,
he
you
said
guys
you too.
So the part that I was like, "Oh shit," was the fact that Dick Van Dyke.
is in it. I already
it?
knew he was going to be in it.
I hadn't heard, but the fact that did he put on the outfit of like the banker?
He
is
was
the
the banker in the original.
He's
Yeah.
the banker in the original.
But the banker died.
But he's the banker's kid.
But that
I
banker
don't-
kid was so basically if he played Bert, like just old man Bert. I don't know
We
whether
technically don't know.
which if that's how he looks, I was like, fuck, that's so cool because he played an old man, and now he fucking looks like the old man. I mean, you know what I mean?
That's like the Emperor Palpatine.
Yeah, except very
Yeah.
much like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if he's playing the bank, which he's in like the same outfit as the old man banker, which I was like, so they bring the character back? I don't get it.
What award show was Dick Van Dyke on a couple years ago where he was dancing? And even then he was like 82 and
It
he's
was-
like fucking throwing his kick legs
Yeah, it was
way
like
in the air.
the Oscars or something, right?
That was great.
If he's not playing Bert, I would be disappointed when it does come out.
Okay.
I'll say that. And I was hoping to see Julie Andrews as well.
Is she in it?
No.
They didn't get her back. She can't sing anymore.
Yeah, she can't.
She had a
that's-
botched surgery.
If she was a lady on like on a picnic bench, just going, "Hey,"
That might be a sore spot for her because she sued the surgeon that worked on her. Like they ruined her voice,
That's
and she's.
I don't know
mean,
if she's done movies since then.
If you,
It's ruined her voice.
Yeah, if you know what it is, she has perfect pitch.
I've seen that movie.
Yeah, not Pitch Perfect.
I
She
haven't
has
seen that
perfect
movie.
pitch, so she's the range that she has was ridiculous, and she had surgery on her throat, and they fucked up her vocal cords. I can't remember what the lawsuit was for, but I mean,
They permanently tanked her career.
yeah. Well, I mean, she was.
Did she have like cancer in the throat or something?
I don't know, but she was older at the time,
Is it one of the
anyways.
things like you lose your voice but you keep your life?
I don't mean like, she's older, anyways. She's had her career, but
She is old though.
She was
she
still
is.
doing movies.
well, she's Despicable Me. I think she still did that.
Yeah.
Shrek 2, 3.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Despicable Me 1, 2.
Okay. Well, and
3.
I would say she was.
Well, she was still doing Disney movies for a
queen
while.
in Far, Far Away. You know,
I don't remember that now.
Shrek 2. There's a king and queen. One was, what's his name from Monty Python? John
John
Cleese.
Cleese.
And his wife was her.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because I don't even remember when her actual surgery happened.
She did the Princess Diaries.
She was born in 1935.
Wow.
So was she 83? Is that right? That was just off the top of my head.
Yeah.
I have to look it up to see
What?
what her last movie was. She's only done 44 movies.
Only.
2017, Despicable Me 3.
When does The
Okay.
Sound of Music? 50.
She didn't do very many movies before. She was the narrator in Enchanted. That's a good movie.
It's a good movie.
What do you want to know, Corey?
When The Sound of Music was made. Because what's the name from that is still kicking.
1965. A
Okay.
year after Mary Poppins.
Nice. Who's the guy who replaced Kevin Spacey in his own movie?
Oh, God, why can't I remember his name?
He was the guy from
Christopher
Yes, Plummer.
Plummer, yeah.
Yeah. So they're both freaking ancient, man.
He was born in 1929.
Like
Plumber?
Cloris Leachman.
Yeah.
She worked.
Yeah.
Everybody's working until they possibly
Cloris
can.
Leachman looked like an old freaking lady in Young Frankenstein.
Okay, this isn't a celebrity, but do you remember Great Grandma?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
No, sorry. I just took a swig of beer, so my throat had like beer
I
in
saw a picture of her like 30 years earlier than when she
it.
moved
And
in. She looks
still
exactly
looked old.
the same.
Yeah. Some people,
I
don't
guess when
age
you
that
look
great.
40 when you're 20, you'll still look 40 when you're 70. So, I mean, there's that. But I'm excited about Mary Poppins. I think it's going to be pretty good.
I hope so.
Last on my list of things to talk about, Joaquin Phoenix.
What about him?
Yes.
Is he okay?
They released his picture of him without the makeup as the Joker, and then they've released a picture of him with makeup. Have you guys seen both?
I don't think that's going to be his permanent Joker
I don't think so either.
makeup.
Well, there's two different scenes. There's a side picture of him dressed up as an actual clown,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's the clown makeup. I think he's going to end up looking a little bit more raggedy than that, or maybe he starts off with the full makeup on, and as the movie goes on, it gets a little raggedy. But they also might want to be going the exact opposite as Heath Ledger, whose makeup was very spotty,
Yeah.
and they maybe want to be going as a straight up clown.
But
I don't know.
A psycho clown murderer.
All I know is that who's directing this? Does anybody know?
Yeah. The guy from what's it, Old School, right? Or
Todd Phillips.
Todd Phillips.
He did The Big Short.
Okay. Nice. I didn't know that.
I like some of his movies.
You like more than a couple, right? You like
yeah.
all the
Hangovers?
hangovers.
I like the first one. I don't really remember the second and third one very much. I don't remember the third one at all. What happened to the third Hangover? I know in the second one they were in Thailand.
Yeah. The third one, at least they're hanging off the Caesar's Palace, off the balcony.
I might not have seen the third one.
It gets a little blurry for me too.
The third one gets blurry. I don't know. I remember 1 and 2, not number 3. But so it's going to be a legit like standalone Joker movie
Yes.
though. Okay.
I like Joaquin Phoenix in enough things, and he's a weird enough guy that I think that he's going to be able to pull the role off. I think it's just going to it's going to fall onto if Todd Phillips can pull it off and who the writer is and if they get a good script. I think if they get a good script, that he'll be able to pull it off because he is a strange guy. And just looking at him, he looks fucking crazy.
His little facial twitches that he was doing.
Did you see it's not even like it's it's like almost like an animation where it's just him standing there without makeup,
And then it flashes.
and it slowly flashes, and by the end he's smiling.
Yeah.
Like, oof.
I'm like super intrigued about it.
The suit looks really, really Jack Nicholson-y.
Does it?
Just the style and the color.
It's actually the exact same. It's almost the exact same suit as Heath Ledger's suit, but just red and orange and instead of purple. And there's a side by side picture of it, and it's pretty close.
Did you see Robert De Niro's going to be in his movie?
In this movie,
Yeah.
I did not.
Really?
So I was trying to find it, but
Oh, so is Zazie Beetz. I think that's her name. The girl that plays Domino. She's on Easy.
nice. I seen someplace talking like an inspiration for this Joker movie is
Oh my goodness! The guy that's playing Thomas Wayne is the guy that played Gary Oldman's like partner that wanted to take over for him when he got knocked down in Dark Knight or Dark Knight Rises. The guy that ends up putting on his like good uniform and gets shot.
Oh.
we're talking about Joker.
No, yeah, he's in the Joker movie.
No, sorry, Joker from Full Metal Jacket.
I've never seen Full Metal Jacket.
Really?
Yeah,
I feel like that's a movie you would have seen.
Mark Maron's in it, which I'm excited about. But yeah, not really as much known about it right now. So, other than
I was to say there was a Robert De Niro movie in the '80s that I read somebody this movie may draw upon.
yeah, I saw that link too, but I didn't click on it.
I don't know the name of the movie. I never heard of it, but basically he's a failed comic who takes a talk show host captive and threatens to kill him if he doesn't get like.
Was it Airheads?
Basically, it's that except for like a kid trying to get into comedy or something like that.
Huh.
And I heard in this movie, I guess Joaquin Phoenix is going to be a stand-up comedian and or a
Clown.
basically something that he fails and it just gets deranged from there.
So the Todd Phillips co-wrote it with another guy named Scott Silver. Scott Silver hasn't done much, but he's done 8 Mile and The Fighter.
The Fighter was a great movie.
I didn't see it.
It is a good movie.
Which one's the fighter?
With
The Fighter is
Bale.
the one with Christian Bale
Yeah,
and
okay.
Mark
Yeah, yeah,
Wahlberg.
Wait, who did that movie? You saying he produced it?
he
or?
wrote it. Scott Silver wrote it.
Because the guy who directed it is somebody else.
Yeah, I'm looking at the writers
Okay.
because Todd Phillips is directing it. He also co-wrote it. I'm looking at what else he's written because I'm curious now. Todd Phillips has written 12 things: Joker, War Dogs, Hangover 2 and 3, not 1. Due Date, School for Scoundrels. Isn't that one of your movies, Corey?
What?
He's a writer on Borat, Starsky and Hutch, Road Trip, and Old School. Oh wow! But I, like Anthony said, I'm intrigued. I am. I'd be surprised if they keep going with a Jared Leto movie as well, with this one seeming to be much further along.
So I was looking up the guy you're talking about from Dark Knight Rises. Not the guy I was thinking of.
You know who I'm talking about, though, now?
Yeah, I recognize him. And funny enough, I recognize his face. I couldn't realize from what. He was in Lost for a little bit, so I'm like, oh yeah.
Are you gonna watch that new show Manifest?
Do I know what that is?
It's
No, he
it's a
doesn't.
plane that got lost 8 years ago, and then it lands, and everybody on it hasn't aged a day.
Okay. Well,
They said it's Lost meets the 1100 meets
the 1100?
100?
The 100.
not the what's the one where the people were like disappeared by aliens, and
Oh, I don't know.
we watched it a little bit years back.
I thought it was the 100.
The 100 is a space thing. They come down to Earth. Earth was nuked. People lived in space for decades. That's basically Wall-E.
This is something different. We watched the first couple seasons of it, and now I can't remember what it's. No, see, this is the 100. I know that it's a number.
I believe
That
you.
number show.
It's a number show. I'm trying to remember. We watched it a while back. It was about people that disappear. I don't really know, but it's supposed to have a very Lost vibe.
Okay. Well, that'd be interesting.
You know what we did? We
I
could
heard-
touch base on is the Telltale stuff.
I was going to talk about that too, but you reminded me.
Not affected at all.
About Telltale?
Yeah,
Somebody
there's
said Making
no
a
way,
Murder
shape, or
Season
form.
2 is coming.
What's up?
Making a Murderer season 2.
Yeah, October
month?
18th? No,
The
19th.
4,400.
4,400. Thank you.
You're welcome.
There was some 100 in there
Yeah, see?
somewhere.
But nothing's, as far as I know, publicly, nothing's happened in that case. Like, since
Yes,
Brennan-
stuff has happened. I mean, they've been trying. They were set to release Dassey like twice now, and
and
they
it's failed.
yeah.
I mean, is this hopefully?
I know that there's a lot more stuff pointing at the boyfriend at this point now.
Really?
But-
so that's something I was like, we all watched that basically around the same time.
Yeah, but my thing is they had like 10 years to do it before, and now they did this one over like 2 years.
I agree. It should be completely different. I don't know if they could stretch out.
You
10
have
episodes.
Netflix. You should watch the
You've watched a lot of crime shows since then, or like things.
The Jinx is way better than Making a Murderer by far. It's the best crime documentary I've ever watched, and I
Hands
think
down.
I don't know how anything would ever beat it. But no, what was that show we watched? Evil Genius.
That was good.
It's only like 4 or 5 episodes, and the Duplass brothers put it together, and it has to deal with like that guy who had the bomb strapped to his neck that had to rob a bank,
Yeah.
and that's really good. That was a really good documentary.
Did you guys watch Mindhunter?
Yes.
Yes.
Great show.
They said that's not coming back till the end of 2019.
Oh,
Yeah, so just shoot yourself right
and
now.
it's 2 episodes shorter.
oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
It does.
They got the Game of Thrones treatment.
Easily, and I don't say this without thinking about it. I think I've gotten better at over exaggerating.
I don't know about
Easily, for me, best show on Netflix.
that. Which one?
Mindhunters.
Mindhunter.
I'd put it above Stranger Things.
Okay.
I liked it a lot, and I like Stranger Things a
We
lot.
just saw Netflix originals or anything that you can find on Netflix.
I'm leaning
that's a little
towards
different.
Netflix originals.
Okay. But
Ozark's pretty up
I
there
was
for
saying-
me.
I haven't watched Ozarks yet. It's on my list of things to watch, but I have one more episode of Jessica Jones.
We are almost done.
And then I have to watch a season of Luke Cage, a season of Iron Fist, so I can get to
And then
Daredevil.
Daredevil will be
did you
out.
see the teaser for
I haven't watched it yet. No,
Nothing except.
I saw that on the poster. You could see the Avengers Tower in the background.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
I see that.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I
Telltale.
understand that you're not affected by Telltale going under, but as a gamer, you should be pissed off that a studio closed. And not only that, you should be pissed off that a studio charged everybody for a full season and then fucking closed.
Yeah, that's pretty shitty.
Yeah, I understand you were into the games, and that's fine, but that's fucked up.
I have a couple, like, comments to that.
I think they owe the employees money.
I know that the reason it went under is this failed refinancing thing. But still, I mean, if you knew you were having trouble,
It said a year of poor sales despite great reviews is what one.
yeah, their games are all highly.
Regarded.
I just, for one, I can't understand how a company with that business model isn't fucking making money hand over foot.
The episodic thing.
Yeah, for one, like the games they make, are not cheap by any manner, but the amount of things they can like gloss over that other companies can't. Like, there's no physics engine. Most of the time, it's like a fixed camera.
Well, and that, and then they've been using the same engine for like
Right.
forever.
It should be, you'd think, relatively in comparison to
Inexpensive.
everything else. It should be pretty cheap to make. And I don't know what they pay on licensing.
I'm
or
wondering if they
anything.
just spread themselves too thin because they were doing a lot of games.
That's what I was thinking. Like, did they oversaturate their own? They go Krispy Kreme on it.
I don't know. I know that The Walking Dead people are fucking pissed because it's the final season.
Chapter.
Episode 2 was supposed to come out this week, and now it's on indefinite hold.
If they just had a team of like half the people just working on Walking Dead only, would they have not gone under? Did they fucking have
I
6
don't know.
teams making? Because they were making a Stranger Things game. They were making. It was like 5 different things that got shut down, including the last season of the Walking Dead.
A lot of people asking if Netflix can buy them out, buy the licensing out, because Netflix can. I didn't know this, but there's a Stretch Armstrong. I mean, I know there's a Stretch Armstrong show on Netflix, but
Is there?
yeah, it's a choose your own adventure. Like the little timing thing comes up there, and you have to choose.
Is that what they were doing with Telltale?
Well, Telltale had a lot of that, where you had to make your own decision.
Well, I don't know if you read, but everybody got let go except 25 employees.
I heard they're finishing Minecraft.
Minecraft Story Mode for Netflix.
Well, we already paid for the full thing for Minecraft Story
No.
Mode, so
Okay, whether it's a separate entity, is that what I don't understand what that was. I thought it was maybe like a video or like them putting their like cutscenes together and make an actual show for Netflix.
well, they'd be able to.
But if it's a choose your own adventure in that same vein, That's interesting.
But I mean, with this, you still walk around and stuff. I guess if they made it to just cutscenes and then you had to make a decision, that'd be fine.
Binary choice A or B.
I think that might be kind of a cool option that Netflix would have.
I mean,
like Netflix games under the Netflix thing, and you could just
it would add a totally new dynamic to Netflix and give a new like crowd to come to Netflix, I guess.
Well, especially with Disney leaving Netflix, they're gonna have to find some more stuff because you have to keep moving forward. Otherwise, you're just gonna stall.
Keep moving.
I'm sure they have ideas.
Meet the Robinsons.
Well, I mean, they put more money into original content than any network. It's like by far, and it's not even close.
Themselves to fucking do it. It's so weird.
Well, then one year they'll just be able to back off and not spend money, and then just
and then fucking reap the rewards.
Well, it was like Amazon didn't make money for a long time either.
Like Cinemax just don't put out a show for a year.
Yeah. It's like what's that failed movie theater thing, Movie Pass. That's not making money.
No,
never will.
No, there's other companies that have opened up now, though.
So. Yeah, they're gonna make another Game of Thrones. That got canceled. So.
Oh, it really did?
Yeah, Telltale.
Oh, Telltale.
Telltale
okay.
Game of Thrones.
I thought you meant like spin-off shows.
No, sorry.
Oh no, HBO's gonna rake in that money forever.
So I feel bad for the people who work there. I wonder if is that just horrible mismanagement?
Yes.
If you can't accurately predict like a sales forecast and how much money you spend in and everybody, it just sucks in the video game industry. I'm sure, like
plenty of others. A new Daredevil trailer came out today.
What?
A new Daredevil trailer came out today.
Do we know when the next season of The Punisher is going to come out?
Never.
Never.
It got canceled with Telltale. Now do you care?
I would care, yeah. That would suck.
Eventually. Sorry.
All those people just get fired.
That sucks.
They walk into work and like, okay.
I follow a lot of them on Twitter, too. When it hit, I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
They were posting about... Now their Twitter handles are like, so-and-so name, please hire me.
Who's going to pick up that slack? Like, there's going to be a market left untapped. And, Detroit Become Human is probably in that same vein.
God, that's such a good game.
I don't know. What did you call that? Just an adventure?
Basically, choose your own adventure.
There's probably a better word for it that I don't know.
With Detroit, it's so much more in-depth than anything I could possibly imagine.
Yeah. But that had to have the budget of 10 fucking
I don't understand how you just fucking kill off a main character. Like... I want to try it. I want to tweet that guy that plays Connor like nonstop and see if he'd come on the show. I'd like to talk to him. He was my favorite.
See how many hours he was in the studio recording dialogue for all the different things you didn't get to do?
Yeah. Yeah, there was a new trailer for Daredevil today that says...
I'm not dead.
Mind. Never mind. But we got to wrap up. It's about that time.
Oh,
so
really?
Yeah.
That went by quick.
Yes, it did. I just wanted to one more time give out the phone number for the Ask Alan or Astounding Alan's Answers of Amazement. You can also ask any of us questions. But the phone number is 657-215-5739. And we will save those questions for a month. Actually ask them. We have a lot of cool listeners. And we really appreciate you listening, but it's been a little difficult to get people involved sometimes. So call, ask. It'll be fun. And ask Alan whatever. The guy's...
He doesn't care.
He doesn't care, and he's got a wealth of knowledge. I do have to say he cannot provide you with medical advice.
Ever.
Ask him anything.
He can give you his opinion, but he cannot... This is not a medical show. He cannot give out medical advice.
Ask him anything about the occult or Cthulhu.
You can ask him about stuff he's seen of people's butts and stuff like that, but he cannot give you medical advice unless you're me. But we will be back next week. We'll pool the questions for a month. I don't know who the guest is next week, but I do have to say that Katrina, myself, and Corey will all be on vacation coming up soon. Not together. Corey's not going with us. So we may be gone 1 week. We may record an extra episode. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But thanks for listening this week. We're out.